no, no. $2,000 drone down. Oh. Hey there folks, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to another beautiful hot day here in the summertime on the Stoney Ridge Farm. Today we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna be in an area of the farm that you guys have never seen. If you've been following the channel for, I guess, the last 5 years, you've never been here, okay? So we're on the backside of the farm in a transitional area between two different pastures, and this used to be a trail, and today we're going to open it back up. So I've got some huge logs over here that fell across the trail, gosh, back in 2018. So it's been a long time. The trail still exists. As you can see, I came down through here with a Ventrac mower and I mowed it all out, but we've got quite a bit of work to do and quite a bit of fun to have here on the Stoney Ridge today. We'll be able to drive all the way through with the Kubota, all the way through this trail and through this disaster I'm getting ready to show you.
I ain't afraid of work, I ain't afraid of play, I ain't afraid to get the job done and do it my own damn way. I ain't afraid of life, times like this. If you mess with my freedom, I'll tell you just what you can kiss.
So back in 2018, we did a farm stock tour. Farm Stock 2018 was a tour across the country. We drove 8,500 miles, and during that trip, these two gigantic trees fell down. We had a hurricane come through here in North Carolina, and it knocked these two trees down. I did not have the sawmill. I know what you're thinking. Look at those logs, man. We got a big, beautiful pine log and a big, beautiful white oak log right there. Boy, they would have looked good on the sawmill, but I can't use them on the sawmill. We are gonna take this lumber, actually not lumber, firewood, up to our neighbors who burns firewood 24/7, 365 days a year. So the trail used to look like that, and now looks like that. And we're gonna fix it. We're gonna go through with a HUSQVARNA 572 XP chainsaw and a bunch of other cool tools. So let's get started. First thing we gotta do this time of year in North Carolina is walk through the trail and gaze around here and make sure there are no bees' nests, yellow jackets' nests, wasp nests, whatever you want to call them. I call them bees. When they're stinging me, they're bees. When they're up in the eaves and they're not stinging, they're wasps. But want to look through here really good. That's why I came through with the Ventrac just a few minutes ago and mowed this all out. So if there was a yellow jacket's nest, I would stir it up and I would see it. I know for a fact there is a giant hornet's nest up here, and I'm not going to get into those, I hope. So you might see me swat a little bit if we get into that thick brush and we end up getting into some nastiness. I hope we don't, guys. This is a beautiful area of forest here on the Stoney Ridge, and there is a gigantic poplar, tulip poplar right there. You really can't tell how big it is, but it would take 4 people to reach around that tree. There's some big, beautiful trees here. Look at this guy right here. That would take 2 people to reach around it. That is a big, beautiful tree. So let's get the drone and we're gonna fly through here and give you a little before and a little after. Man, guys, what a beautiful day here on the farm. This is just super awesome to get out here in the woods on these hot days like this. We really have to be careful here in North Carolina because ticks and chiggers and bees and wasps and all sorts of stuff are trying to eat you alive whenever you're working in the woods. Oh, it's so tight in this woods. Uh-oh. Whoop, no, no. She's gonna go down. Whoop. She's down. Oh, $2,000 drone down. What's really cool about cutting trails like this is hunting season. When hunting season comes around, and throughout the rest of the year, wildlife will use trails and roads made by people through the woods. So it makes it a little bit easier for the deer and wildlife to move throughout the woods. When I came out here to mow earlier, I ran up on a flock of turkeys, about 7 turkeys right here in the woods where we're working. Let's talk about all the tools we're going to be using for this trail building adventure, and there really aren't a lot of tools. We've got our Log Ox 3-in-1 forestry multi-tool we're going to use over there to roll the logs out of the way. And I know what you're thinking, yeah, you got tractors, why don't you just come on and do it with a tractor? You can't do everything with a piece of equipment, guys. You got to use these and this right here too. Work smarter, not harder, I get it. However, if I've got to walk all the way back and it takes me an extra hour when all I got to do is roll a log over, why would I do that? Why would I use that? So the first thing I'm going to show you is, you see a review of this in one of my videos. I'll post a link right up here somewhere. This is the KebTech awesome little hedge trimmer. So we pull the trigger twice. That is a powered hedge trimmer, lopper, clipper, whatever you want to call it. This thing's awesome for doing little stuff. Now, we also have our big daddy. This is the HUSQVARNA 572 XP from HL Supply. 572 XP, got a 23-inch bar on this dude. This is a pro saw. This is an awesome saw. This thing is lightweight, super powerful, and you're gonna get to see it in action, man. It is a beast of a saw. That's pretty much it, other than we'll be using the Stoney Ridge Farmer work gloves. If you guys want to pick up some merch, jump in StoneyRidgeFarmer.com. You can get, if it ain't right, it ain't tight, Stoney Ridge Farm shirt, hats, and gloves. Stuff to get your jobs done on your farm. Last thing we're going to use, and I've showed this at least 100 times on the channel, but it is super, super awesome. Just because it says HUSQVARNA on it and you're a steel guy, doesn't matter, guys. This is an awesome, awesome chainsaw, gas tank, toolbox, all in one. I will post a link to this and the lopper in the video description. Here's your gas tank for your mixed gas, and here's your oil tank. You've got everything there and a toolbox right here. Boom. So you got all your tools, everything you need to run your chainsaw right here in your gas tank. So you don't have to carry 3 or 4 different things with you when you head into the woods. Let's get busy running the saw. This trail is actually a shortcut. If I'm over here mowing on this side of the farm and I need to get through the woods, it saves me about a half a mile of driving through the woods. This thing is something that I keep on the Kubota all the time, guys. This thing's awesome. Whenever you got a limb hanging out in the trail, that's the thing to handle it. It'll cut some big stuff. Nice. Safety first. I literally have been cutting for 2 minutes and the saw is stuck. I need to bring 2 saws anytime I go in the woods. So we're gonna go grab the 460 Rancher. This is the 460 Rancher, a little bit different than the 572 XP, and you'll probably hear the difference in the engine running. I haven't started this saw in about 6 months, so let's see how she does. Woo! Thank you. These logs may not look like it, but they are about 22 inches around. They are absolutely huge. I came down here with a little electric steel chainsaw, and it's absolutely substandard for getting this job done. So Hopefully the 572 XP will get the job done here. We're gonna use that to cut our way all the way through this little section of woods. And this is a section that's probably about 150 yards long. So we've got the Log Ox 3-in-1 forestry multi-tool here. This thing is an absolute beast. Great for rolling logs when we're running the sawmill, and great for rolling logs out of the way on the trail. What I'm trying to do here is kind of mark the edges of the trail with these trees that I've cut down. And guys, I know you want to save the trees. There's a lot of folks that just don't understand. Sometimes you got to get some trees out of the way and some brush out of the way in order to clear trails and to keep your farm beautiful. This thing is awesome, man. This trail is actually a shortcut. If I'm over here mowing on this side of the farm and I need to get through the woods, it saves me about a half a mile of driving through the woods. And you'll see at the end of the trail, there's a creek crossing down here. Sometimes that creek crossing gets about knee deep in water, so the water will get over the road just about knee deep right here. So we've got to have a different way in. This will be the third option that I have to get into this area of the farm. There's a light at the end of the tunnel here, guys. Whew, it's hot. The trees that we're cutting here are gonna be shaded out by the taller and bigger, faster growing trees. So ideally we'd want about 35 feet between each tree so that they get the maximum amount of sunlight exposure and the maximum amount of nutrition to the roots. So we're gonna go through the trail for the first time all the way through in 5 years or so. We're gonna run back and grab the Ventrac and we're gonna finish this up really nicely. You'll see some of it's really overgrown, but now we can get the drone through. How'd you like that drone crash? Oh my goodness. You can really tell a difference in a nicely groomed trail that I mowed a little earlier and the trail condition back there. Super happy with the results, man. That looks absolutely awesome. I'm gonna raise you up high so you can see. So that's the finished trail on this side. Hopefully you can see that. We're gonna run the drone through right now, give you a little before and after, but that's the trail on this side. You can see those two logs are right there, man. I couldn't even get through here. That drone went plow right down on the ground twice, 2 drone crashes, so awesome. That way looks great. I could probably get a Jeep through here, no problem. Probably get a pickup truck through here now. We've got a way in and out if this bridge washes out. We also have another way that's around this side, and you'll have to stay tuned for a future video here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. So in the end credits, we're gonna show you a little bit of before and a little bit of after. That's trail building here on the Stoney Ridge. Please pound that like button, jump in, subscribe to the channel, guys. I'd love to have you back. If you wanna see more trail building, let me know. Just put more trail building down in the comments there. I've got about 27 acres over here that's absolutely untouched, and I'm thinking about building some hiking, biking, and ATV trails. What do you think? Let me know. We'll see you guys next time on the Stoney Ridge. Woo!
Come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge. Woo!
Walking on the trail, walking on the trail. Woo! Out that way. That way. I gotta run get another saw. Get another saw, dummy. And I had this awesome shot and I didn't have the camera rolling. Let's try again. It's only 94 degrees. When I came out here to mow, I ran into a pack of turkeys. A pack of turkeys. I know you're laughing. Woo, baby! Woo!